Hey everybody! Well, this is just going to be a real short video to show you this very interesting Doctor Who sonic screwdriver. So this is based on the Tom Baker years of Doctor Who. That's my doctor. By the time Doctor Who got here to the United States, which I think was in the 80s, Tom Baker was on the show, and I'd never seen Doctor Who. It was kind of a whole new thing to me. Used to watch it on good old Channel 6 PBS, I think is where it aired. And so it was kind of a fun thing to watch. I really enjoyed that show. And of course, he had this sonic screwdriver device. So this one here looks like the Tom Baker version, and this is a really nicely made one. I mean, this is beautiful. This is all machined metal. As you can see here, it's got the correct slot on the side here. Look at all this nice detail on here. I'm guessing this was done on a lathe or something. It's all metal. There's no plastic on this anywhere. Look at the nice tip section of this. You got the bullet kind of looking part. That's all metal. I love the black part here. Looks just like the one that Tom Baker had. This is really nice. This red, it's almost like a, I don't know if that's anodized aluminum or the color is baked on, or if that's painted. I can't tell. It looks like it's anodized, which it probably is. So it's a very beautiful piece. The only thing I don't like about it is that you can see the spring down in here. See that? Kind of don't like it. And the other thing is, now this does have the ability where you can pull this down. Like on the show, you know, Tom Baker would go like this and he would activate. You could hear the sound effects and he could do just about anything with this device. So that does work, but it's kind of a really strong spring. I think it's a little overly strong. And you can pull it all the way down here, but I don't think it's meant to go that far because it gets caught on the bottom of that black part. So I would only recommend doing it like this far. And you can probably do it with your thumb a little bit. I do wish the spring had less tension on it though. But it's a beautiful piece. I found this on Etsy. Let's see here. It was by a seller called RB Replicas. RB Replicas is who made this. Now, I do have a couple others to show you. I was going to show these in another video, and I never got around to it. These are a couple of other metal sonic screwdrivers that I happen to find on eBay. These aren't based on any particular doctor's sonic screwdriver. I think this is like just the artist interpretation of it. But this one, now this one is much, much heavier than this. This is very light, actually. Hardly any weight to that at all. This one here has definitely got some weight to it. I'm guessing the aluminum is more like thicker. You can see this kind of gold bottom section here. Got the nice little black lines going on here as well. It's got a similar top to the way that this one looks. But yeah, this is cool. And this one also has the spring-loaded mechanism on here. This one also has a really tight tension spring on it. But it's very nice. And then from that same seller, I bought this one. So I got this one as well. And this one looks very similar to the one we were just looking at here. But you can see there's some slight differences to it. Well, first of all, let's just kind of look at the details on this. This is another, it's got some nice weight to it as well. Love the kind of ridges that we got going on here. Same with the black lines. You can see that going on right there. I kind of like the way this one looks on the top more than the other. And I love the way that this is gold. These screws actually do hold in this middle section. And this one also has the spring-loaded thing right here, which also has a kind of a tight tension spring on it. But now if you look at these two side by side, let's face them the same way. You can kind of see the differences of the way they were milled and also like the gold sections and just the way the little raised areas are. Very nice looking. I've always loved the sonic screwdriver on Doctor Who. It's just one of these cool gadgets that kind of did everything, but the writers hated it. The writers hated the sonic screwdriver, and they also hated K9, which I was sad to hear because I love K9. And but they didn't like them because as a writer, it makes it extremely difficult to put tension in the storyline where Doctor Who might be in some kind of peril. And then he's got this sonic screwdriver that can get him out of anything, any kind of tight spot. He can just, he's locked in a jail cell and he aims this at the thing and, makes that sound effects and then it unlocks the door magically, or he needs to cut into something or, blast into something. So it was kind of like a do-all type of a prop. And so for a rider, it makes it hard because if he can get out of a tight situation so easily with this device. So I think they kind of tried to not use this as much later on in some episodes of Doctor Who. And I think one of the writers flat out refused to have K9 in there, one of the producers or something. So that's kind of sad, but it's kind of the evolution of a show. But these are neat. I really wanted to share some of these. I don't remember what I paid for these two. I've had these ones for a while. It's been at least 2 or 3 years or more. This one here was ridiculously priced at God, what was it, $190 or something like that? It was on Etsy, and no disrespect to the person who made it, but RB Replicas is who made this. But I do think that the price is kind of high. But then again, I went and bought it anyway because I just loved it. It's one of the more nicer, accurate Tom Baker versions that I've seen, and it's metal. It's not one of those toy plastic versions. But it would have been cool maybe if it had some sound effects or something. But I don't know. Anyway, I love the sonic screwdriver. It's just one of those props that I've always loved on a show. All right, well, that's it for this video. Just a short one. I just wanted to share these with you that may be Doctor Who fans, and then maybe you can check these out. There's a bunch of them on Etsy, different versions of these, and you might be able to find some that are cheaper. But all right, well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'd very much appreciate it. And until the next time, I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.